Okay, so today's episode is really more of a world tourish format thing because I made several errors while recording the episode, which meant that I didn't get the footage. For some reason, when I close Minecraft, OBS thinks it's a good idea to record the Betacraft Launcher instead, and so I have to reset it. And I forgot to this time, which meant I just recorded 2 hours of the Betacraft Launcher UI, which is stupid. Anyway, there were some things I talked about during that recording, which I think I want to bring up again. Which are firstly that I don't know how I got to it, but I was talking about morality and how taboos are like a weird area of morality because they're like not the same sort of direct morality, that they're not like bad in the same direct way that things can be bad, but they're still bad in a sense, in that given good and bad is about society, they're basically things that the society sort of agrees are bad to help cohesion. And the other thing is, I don't like SCP. I mean, I like SCP, but I don't like a lot of the modern styles of SCP where it's like something that needs to be appeased by sacrificing 1,000 babies every day. I don't like that part. I like the ones where it's just like, huh, that's weird, and there's some either a notable anomalous effect or some sort of difficulty in containing it, which is why it would have it, yeah. It was just like, huh, that's weird. Sort of like my own sort of SCP sort of extended universe where there's an anomaly that is solely there to explain discrepancies between fanfiction and the official documentation, specifically regarding more character-like anomalies like SCP-0762, 076-2 rather, not SCP-762, which I don't even know what that one is. And I also had a montage that it didn't record where I was building something and cutting between different frames of me building something, and it sort of, and one of the frames I finished building the section I was building, and I looked up and there was an upside down T which I had placed there previously off camera, and which I just took down. Like, huh. I can probably sort of like recreate it right now. Here's the recreation. Yep, that was it. I don't know. I just wanted to do that for some reason. but I didn't get it on camera, and I just recreated it. Now for the actual sort of tour of the things I built. So, looking at this river, we can see that I don't even think this river was here before. This is the third time I've tried recording this episode. The first time I made the river and the lake and started on this. The second time I actually completed this. And the third time is this recording. Well, not completed. I completed a third of it. I plan to do the rest of it over the next couple episodes. And I also plan to make extra sure that I'm recording my game and not the launcher. So I'm very upset that I didn't get building the mountain on footage. But you can see I have this river here. And gravel is a very versatile block. Because gravel is a very versatile block because, like, it can be used for detailing stone. It can be used for other sorts of things. I think there should be more gravel. Gravel here. And yeah, it's also a gravity block, which means you can play, say, Connect 4 with it. And the fact that there are gravity blocks makes playing Connect 4 rather easy. All you need is all you need is to, like, do this, and then place dirt on top. And then what you want to do is you want to build a staircase. Up to a platform that allows you to sort of easily place blocks. And then you use then player 1 uses sand, which drops to the bottom. Player 2 uses gravel. And you can sort of alternate. That was meant to be a sand. And here, sand player wins. I don't know which color this would be. Probably yellow. But Connect 4 aside. Let's talk about this lake. This is a big lake that I built. It has the same sort of gravel beach. This beach was originally just cobblestone before I changed it to gravel, because just the cobblestone looked too much like Ruby Dung. Or, well, like pre-classic, rather. And I also built this little house on the lake. It's supposed to be like a little fishing or like boat house or something. And then here comes the big build of this. It's a rock. It's this hill here. It's not even complete. Yeah, this is a huge build. It's basically half the entire classic world. And then you may notice that there's a tree there. And the reason there's a tree there is because I made a little secret garden around the hole where I first upgraded to 14A08. You can see it says 14A right here. Then this is the garden. And it's probably what I'm going to be using as the like thumbnail for the video. Because like if you've seen my previous videos, it's like I have a thumbnail. Now, I do at least want to do something in this. Video, so I want to sort of, what I decided I want to do is I want to build creepypasta related stuff. Specifically, I'm going to build a big sand pyramid in the sea here. Not big, but medium-sized. Like, the original story says small sand pyramids, and I assume that means like 5 to 7 blocks wide or something. So here's the build. So the gravel will change in the next version we go to, since this is the last version to have that gravel texture. But it shouldn't really change the character of the build too much. And so here we go. Pyramids in a couple different sizes. I've also decided I want to add sort of random rocks, which are going to be sort of inspired by Pathfinder and how it has random boulders in the forests. These like aren't really boulders. Well, I mean, like geologically speaking, these individual sort of rocks are like these individual sort of like, I guess, sediment pieces are like right on the edge of cobble and boulder, because a cobble needs to be smaller than 4 pixels wide in this scale, and a boulder needs to be larger, and there are some on both ends of this. That was a weird tangent. I don't know why I went to that tangent. I don't know if I showed this off before, but I've been making these... over here. I remember building this back in 13A, and I wanted to make like a little orchard out of it. Nah, I'm gonna move the orchard somewhere else and put a building here, because like this is too small. I already put the building here, and I want to put a building here. So the orchard is going to be somewhere else, and I'm going to save it until we have a way to like indicate that there's fruit on the trees or something. Today is the 2nd of July. I would make a USA flag for the 4th of July, but I don't have enough colors to do that. I don't have red, I don't have white. And I'm not going to be updating to 0.23 in time for 4th of July, so I'll probably build it a little late or something. And the reason I went with the cobblestone on the hill here is because I wanted the hill to resemble Ruby Dung's terrain generation. Because that has the sort of cobblestone cliffs with the sort of slopey grass near the edges. And while we can't have slopes in Minecraft, I can at least just lower the outer edge of it by 1 to sort of give that effect. And if we come up here, this grass is actually 2 blocks deep in order to allow for the sort of inset roads that I build to work. And once this is complete, but I do probably want to, once this is complete, I want to sort of section it off for later versions of Classic. Because I plan to spend quite a bit of time in 18A02. I plan to have a special episode once we upgrade to 18A02. I plan to have a special episode once we upgrade to 18A02, because hopefully I'll have learned how to set up server software by then. And I want to go over the multiplayer features, because 18A02 is primarily different from 14A08 in that it has multiplayer. And so that's what I want to do. This lake is still just 1 block deep, by the way. I don't want to make it any deeper, because building stuff underwater is hard. I did make it easier in Pathfinder, though. Oh, one more thing. I finally got the grass that I was spreading from before. I finally got grass over to my block museum, where I can just go up the stairs here and show it off. Yeah, this episode is really weird because this wasn't even supposed to be the episode. The last recording was supposed to be the episode. Hello, Steve. Yeah, I have a random Steve wandering around my world. I could make another one, but then I wouldn't be able to say hello, Steve, to just the one Steve. So I have grass, and the reason because I spread it all the way up here, which I believe you would have seen in my previous episode. And I also have these other grass blocks here, which are going to be for flowers and whatnot. And I turned the block under the sapling into a grass block. Yeah, here you can see the proper sort of progress on here. I'm about 1/3 of the way done, though it's sort of obscured by the... Maybe I can go up to the top of this building and see it a bit easier. Or maybe not, since it's shorter. Yeah, you can't... maybe you can see it? Yeah, you can sort of see it right there behind the roof of the shop, of the big store. That I have about a third of, yeah, over there. You can see that I have about a third of the mountain done, and I hope to get that done over the next few episodes. Hello, Steve. The mountain being done is probably when I'm going to upgrade to 18A02, but we'll see how that goes. I might not even be able to finish the mountain, but I'm pretty sure I will. Given I already did a third of it, and I've done other large classic projects in this world. Like, this store is equivalent to the blocks placed when building this store is equivalent to a significant portion of a mountain. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's about all I have to show off. So the first recording of this episode was just stopped early, so I might just upload that as a separate video on my channel. I mean, maybe miraculously it's long enough to be a whole episode, but I don't know. I try to make my episodes at least 20 minutes and at most an hour. So, and this video is already about that long, so I guess goodbye. I feel like there's something I'm missing. 14A, we went through that. I might start streaming building the mountain between episodes. Like between episodes, I'm probably gonna have... Hello, Steve. I'm probably going to have 2 hours of, like, streaming mountain building. Well, maybe just an hour, because I'll probably be doing more mountain building stuff in the actual episode. But streams give me a chance to, like, talk to my... Oh my gosh. Talk to the people watching the video and, like, do some funny things. Like, I streamed my previous world in pre-classic and it worked out kind of well. So I think I might want to do that again. So, now that that's been said, goodbye! See you in the next episode.